Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you are having a peaceful day. Today I want to tell you a story about secrets. Sometimes in history, secrets stay hidden for many years, but then one day, the truth begins to come out. This story is about a rich man, a businessman, and papers that shocked the world. The papers had many names. One of those names was very famous. It was the name of a man who later became president. His name was Donald Trump. This is a story about the Epstein files. If you enjoy listening to true stories in simple English, please subscribe to Storyline English. It helps us bring you more stories like this one. Let us begin this journey together. This story begins in the 1980s. It was a time of big money and big parties in America. In New York City, there were many rich and powerful people. They went to expensive clubs. They lived in tall buildings. They flew on private planes. Two men met during this time. One man was Donald Trump. He was a businessman. He built hotels and casinos. His name was already famous. The other man was Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein was also rich, but people did not know much about him. He said he worked with money. He said he helped very rich people. But his life was very private. No one knew exactly how he made his money. Trump and Epstein were both part of the same world. They went to the same parties. They knew the same people. In those days, it seemed normal. Rich people knew other rich people. But this friendship would later become very important. Years later, people would ask many questions about it. Jeffrey Epstein was born in 1953. He grew up in Brooklyn, New York. His family was not rich. But Epstein was smart. He studied at university, but he did not finish. Instead, he started working. First, he taught mathematics at a school. Then he moved into finance. He worked at a big bank. Soon, he became very successful. By the 1980s, Epstein had his own business. He lived in a huge house in New York. He owned a private island in the Caribbean. He flew on private planes. He knew princes, presidents, and billionaires. People said he was a genius with money. But some people had questions. How did he become so rich so fast? What exactly did he do? Epstein never gave clear answers. He liked secrets. He liked power. And he liked being close to famous people. Donald Trump was one of those people. They were seen together many times in the 1990s. There are photos of them at parties. There are videos of them talking and laughing. Trump even said in an interview that Epstein was a terrific guy. He said Epstein liked beautiful women just like him. At that time, it seemed like a normal friendship between two rich men. But then, everything changed. In 2005, police in Florida received a report. A young girl said that Jeffrey Epstein had hurt her. More girls came forward. They said Epstein had abused them. They said he had brought them to his house. Some were very young. The police investigated. In 2008, Epstein was arrested. But something strange happened. Epstein made a deal with the government. He pleaded guilty to only small crimes. He went to jail for just 13 months. Many people were shocked. They said the punishment was too light. They said rich people get special treatment. After Epstein left jail, he tried to continue his life. But people did not forget. Journalists kept asking questions. Victims kept speaking. Then, in 2019, Epstein was arrested again, this time in New York. The charges were very serious. He was accused of trafficking young girls. He was accused of abusing them for many years. The whole world watched. People wanted justice. But then, something terrible happened. In August 2019, Epstein was found dead in his prison cell. Officials said he killed himself, but many people had doubts. They asked how it could happen. They wanted answers, and they wanted to know who else was involved. This is when people began talking about the Epstein files. The Epstein files are documents. They include court papers, emails, phone records, and witness statements. For many years, these files were sealed. That means they were locked away. People could not see them. Victims and journalists fought in court to release them. They said the public had the right to know the truth. Finally, in December 2023, many of the files were unsealed. People all over the world read them carefully. The files had hundreds of names. Some were famous, some were not. One name that appeared was Donald Trump. The files showed that Trump knew Epstein well. They were friends in the 1990s. They went to parties together. But the files also showed something else. In 2009, a lawyer asked a witness about Trump. The witness was asked if Trump was ever at Epstein's island. The witness said no. The witness said Trump flew on Epstein's plane one time, but only from Florida to New York. The witness said Trump was not involved in any crimes. This was important. Many people believed Trump was guilty, but the files did not prove that. They showed that Trump knew Epstein, but they did not show that Trump did anything illegal. Still, the connection worried many people. Trump was president from 2017 to 2021. The Epstein scandal was a shadow over his name. Trump himself spoke about Epstein many times. In 2015, Trump said he was not a fan of Epstein. He said they had a falling out many years ago. Trump said he banned Epstein from his private club in Florida. He said it was because Epstein behaved badly toward a young woman. Some people believed Trump. Others did not. The Epstein files became part of a bigger conversation. People asked how many powerful men knew about Epstein's crimes. Why did no one stop him earlier? Why did he get such a light punishment in 2008? These are questions that remain today. The files gave some answers, but they also raised more questions. This story reminds us that power can protect people for a long time. But truth is patient. Truth waits. And one day, truth comes out. Today we listened to a difficult story. It is a story about secrets, power, and justice. Jeffrey Epstein is gone, but his actions hurt many people. The victims are still healing. The world is still learning. And history is still being written. Donald Trump's name is in the files. But the files do not prove he committed crimes. They show he knew Epstein. They show they were friends for some time. But they also show that Trump was not on the island. This is what the documents tell us. We must be careful with the truth. We must not create stories that are not real, but we must also not ignore the facts. This story is part of history. It is part of understanding how the world works. Thank you for listening today, my friends. I hope this story helped you learn and think. If you enjoyed this journey, please take a moment to like this video. And if you want to hear more true stories in simple English, please subscribe. Your support means everything. It helps us continue to share knowledge and discovery together. Until next time, take care. Keep listening, keep learning, and remember, every story teaches us something. Goodbye, my friends.